Pete the Cat, Trick or Pete by James Dean. It's Halloween. Pete the Cat is excited to go trick-or-treating in his superhero costume. I hope nothing too spooky happens, says Pete. What's under the moon? There's a witch. Don't worry, says Pete's dad. We have our flashlights. Let's go trick-or-treating, says Pete. What's under here? A spider. Pete and his dad walk outside. Whoosh! The wind rustles the leaves. Pete sees something moving in the tree. What is it? It's just an owl. That wasn't too spooky, says Pete. They arrive at a neighbor's house. Pete rings the bell. He hears a strange sound coming to the door. It's just Callie, Pete says. She's not too spooky. Callie joins Pete and his dad trick-or-treating. At the next house, there's something in the yard. What is it? Phew. It's just a scarecrow, says Pete. That's not too spooky. Pete rings the doorbell. Trick or treat, says Pete and Callie. Who's going to answer the door? Awesome costume, says Pete. Very spooky, but not too spooky. Thank you, says Mrs. Gold, the crossing guard. At the next house, there is something glowing on the steps. What is it? Wonder. Cool, says Pete. Jack-o'-lanterns. That's not too spooky, huh? Callie rings the doorbell. Trick or treat, says Pete and Callie. Who's going to answer this door? It's Pete's teacher. 1 piece of candy each, she says. Suddenly, they hear something behind them. What was that? Asked Callie. Let's see. But it's just our friend Emma, says Pete. Not spooky, but groovy. One last house, and then we'll go home, says Pete's dad. Pete rings the bell. Ding dong. Yikes, it's a spooky ghost, screams Pete. Let's see. Don't be silly, Pete. It's just me, says Grandma Callie. Callie and Pete get treats and hugs. Aw. Trick-or-treating wasn't too spooky at all. What is this deal? It was actually full of sweet surprises. Happy Halloween!